phone.
Oh, it's a bit slow today.
Yeah, come on, you've got to dial up here. We're not even in Wales. Ding.
Oh, they can't do much. Thanks for great.
Oh yeah, I'm set my tent.
Set my tent. Set my tent.
You kind of do set your tent though, don't you? Mustn't forget the channel.
Leaning. Yeah. Hello.
It's on. It's on.
That's my new ring. That's my new welcome.
That's your. I just do a yay.
Right. Can't see any of us though.
Something went wrong.
Oh. Oh, well, we have someone watching. Whoever, hello.
That's me.
Whoever you are.
Oh no.
Like it. Right, let's get on with it because we're still live.
So press play. What?
Yeah, because that's what we're showing. What I need to do, sorry people, what I need to do is that.
Oh, excellent. Now you've disappeared.
Great.
Hey everyone.
Hey everyone.
Oh, we're having such a nice
We're
time.
practicing with our new teleportation check. As you can see, we keep going in and out.
It's like your cells dissolve.
If it's really annoying, it's really annoying, we will, oh God, yeah, look, what's going on with that? Yeah, that's bizarre. Right, okay, we'll do our best.
You can hear us.
We're watching us 3 seconds ago, or whatever it is. How is you all? Oh, scary. Oh my God, look, it's disco lights.
Oh,
let's not do that.
In the different colour. Oh,
no.
We've got a
No.
tan.
That's a bit warm, but
What's going on? Why are they so pixelated? Have we got? Okay,
Sorry,
we've got the
Pete.
chat. I'm going to share.
Right.
I'm going to share it.
we're just warming up, people.
We've got 3 people watching us.
I was going to say, I know they're bashing down the doors, like the whole world's waiting for this. This is like the Black Swan event of the night.
Oh,
Joke.
It looks like we're in the red light district or in a nightclub.
Nice.
Yeah.
Right, I'm gonna mess around with the colour. Ugh.
Get the right
That's
colour.
better.
Hey everyone.
I
I'm going to watch the chat now. I'm just going to say we are live. How's
What's it
everyone?
like being an etheric, Jen?
Oh, you can't control this. This is
for everyone.
Angels. Show me how much of my higher self is embodied.
No comment. That was a no comment.
Oh, we're missing out if you get on the call.
I might drag my husband in. He's blushing from 20 foot away.
We're together, by the way. We just live in different sides of the country.
Yeah,
4 hours
today.
Not
today.
This is
Look, I can touch her. Oh. We don't know what we're going to do tonight.
Oh,
we thought we'd just have a chit chat, hey?
Yes,
with a cup of tea.
Yeah, and you've got wine.
This is 5D cup of tea.
Is
Stop embarrassing me. There's nothing. That's my problem.
It's a me turning.
Are we doing the 5D 3D bridge like in?
Well, we're doing balance, aren't we?
Well, I'm the dark. You're obviously nature. Green.
Yeah, I'm
Let's
trying
pick
to
a card.
so
I'm going to pick a card for everyone. I'm going to pick a card for the Await Collective.
it's not
For our audience.
it's not on usual stream this style, is it?
But we thought we'd give you some doggo tonight, folks. They're lucky I didn't get my multicoloured wig out.
It's like a mom.
God, and the galactic Sorry. And your card is look.
Oh, that's pretty.
Look.
They can't see it. Why? They can't see it on the screen.
Can't see anything. Can't
No,
see
don't
you.
see me.
What's going on? It doesn't usually do this.
It's too dark. Hold it in front of your body. Hold it in front of your body.
No,
What about? Oh, there you go. You got it.
It's Jen. What's that saying?
King of Wands. Good card. It's a good card, isn't it, Paul?
It's Page. Knight. Sorry,
Oh, it's a knight.
Drowned her on the water now. She's had 3.
Don't ever book a tarot reading with me. going on.
I think you can say her. Thanks.
No, she's really good.
No, that would not.
Oh, hey, Queen Bee.
Oh, hey, sisters.
You're here for the party. Me and Nick were saying how, I disappeared for a moment, then how we really weren't feeling this, but
Now I am.
Yeah.
And so I can cue you. Send the energy in.
So, do you want to pull another card? What do you think that means?
It's just like footloose, fancy free, have fun. Let's shake it off.
Look, you disappeared.
Look, see, this is your way to 5D.
Absolutely. You look
Sorry.
fabulous. Your hair all coiffed
I love
over.
that. Oh, you're doing the flip.
You're doing a Cindy Lawford.
I love this.
Lawford.
It's just cool. It's just like party time. Maybe it's party time. Look.
Yeah, it's celebration.
It's like, you know what this card feels like to me? This card feels like having the fun you knew you would have when you kind of woke up and started this journey. You heard about the good stuff, right? That's it coming. That's what it feels like to get the good stuff. I'm sorry, I keep disappearing. There you go. That's what it feels like to get the good stuff. It's like shake it off.
Absolutely.
All your stresses and strains have melted away. You're just in the moment, in
We're
that
feeling something.
glorious
5D.
ecstasy of now. What does this card actually mean then?
It's celebration, it's joy, it's victory.
Isn't that
It's,
powerful?
you were spot on. And that's quite
£55 for 5 minutes with me, folks. That's money. Look, even he's laughing. Where is it? Oh, look, you disappeared. There you go. He might be funny.
Are you saying that's the
He
way
might
to
be
find
funny. Yeah, in that. Oh my God, yeah.
Yeah, laugh your socks off, laugh your ass off.
Laugh your ass up the hill.
Do you want a card pull while we're on the live stream?
Oh, look, it keeps disappearing. This is
Yeah, we're going to
terrible.
pull you a card while we're live.
This is almost annoying me now.
Should we take it off, Nick?
How do we do that?
I can do it really
Right,
quick.
right,
We're still here.
We're giving you into reality now. Hold on.
You get to see how
Blur, do the blur. Yeah, that's all right.
So, oh look, she's blurred. Oh no, I'm blurred. This
no, she's blurred.
is, there we go. This is through your heart. That is a heart chakra thing. Nice. Right, oh yeah, the blur is great. We like the blur.
We like the blur.
Right, we're going to pull a card.
We're going to pull a card. Pull a card.
Should we do it in a way that we don't normally do?
I only just started thinking this, by the way. I'm
She's
not
wasted.
She's
an absolute idiot.
me wasted is after half the glass and I just start to melt. I forgot to go to the light. I go to bed now.
One day we can get wasted. Pull a card for Paul. Where does your intuition go?
I have a funny story about pulling cards to Paul.
And we're going to pull a card for Queen Bee as well because she's putting up with her tomfoolery. Our tomfoolery.
Put a positive spin on this.
So this means that there are some incredible things, like imminent, that you cannot see just about to happen.
Okay. I would say gratitude is the
rainbow?
attitude. Yeah.
Yeah.
Gratitude is the attitude that if you want, give gratitude. Oh, showing that it's coming out. It's definitely coming out.
Oh.
Are you stressing? Are you stressing, people?
I'm talking to Paul, he's just doing
It's still for him. Sorry. Yeah.
1 on the clock. Okay.
I have loads of crows here. I love the crows.
Oh no, they
Love
mean
them.
change and vibes
Love them
change.
and truth,
Wow.
isn't it?
Absolutely,
Love
it's
them.
not a bad.
Love the old crows.
Right, Queen Bee. We're back in
Hello.
there.
Sorry, girl.
We are going to pull you a card.
Nice. I love the way you shuffle cards.
Oh, you can do it.
Sexy. Can you keep the noise down over there, please?
The debauchery. Oh, Queen Bee.
Baby girl.
Oh,
I'm keeping you up at night?
It's 10 though, so it's the end of something. Can you see that?
No, this is not the best. Sorry tonight, people. Is it a veil day today? Is it a portal day today in any way?
It's just very intense today.
Okay.
I definitely was feeling this earlier. This is the 10 of Swords. You can't see it. I'm so sorry. And then also you've got the Queen of Swords. So you've got to be quite direct. Speak your truth. Stand up for yourself. Say what you need to say.
She's a badass energy though, right?
Stress was Wednesday. Oh yeah, and 10 is completion. So there you go. Amazing.
Are you feeling a bit more like that again now, love?
You're like a queen because you
Oh.
are one. Have we met you before, Queen Bee? Have you been on our Telegram channels?
Oh, this is not cool. Hang on, let's do that.
Oh, there she is.
That's such cool energy, don't you think?
Yeah, it's great. She's badass.
She's had a breakthrough.
She's had a breakthrough.
Actually, I wanted to give people a little update on my little breakthrough. So if you saw my last little stream, I was on Sunday and I had a breakthrough with me and being a mama myself, my 2 little ones. And
It's Mama B. Did she have a breakthrough session with you on Wednesday?
we had a distant breakthrough session. So basically it was like on text and stuff, and it was like step 1, 2, 3, 4, and she'd be like, got it, done it, bang.
Get him,
She was
sister.
cool. Yes, so basically I had said that I had a breakthrough, and it was very much, it was like the unwanted part had to, or it wasn't the unwanted part's desire, it was just what needed to happen, which was a connection and an understanding and a realization throughout all of me of how seriously that unwanted part took the job of being a mum. That is all it seemed to take, she took it so seriously because it meant so much to her, and that's all it seemed to take for me to align. And I'd never done this process on me before because I have always dealt with it as in the 2-part thing. I've not tried this new method that we've cracked recently. So I thought, I need to try myself, right? And what's been stunning about it is that I've been finding these fine layers, these finer refinements, things that I would never have said were a problem, but that weren't maybe ideal, right? And I literally had a personality transplant, and it was incredible. And I could feel this automatic new behavior coming in me towards my kids. And I was like, it's incredible. Like, I hope it lasts. Please let it last. Please, angels, let it last. And I didn't actually ask it to last because I wanted to see it. Didn't think of that, to ask and set that intent. But it's lasted.
Yeah.
I'm nearly a weekend. And even like this evening, my little one did something a little bit gross. I won't deny that. And I did get sort of like angry mummy with her. Nice angry mummy.
Oh, you're amazing. Oh, you're so sweet.
And thank you. And it was amazing because I'm finally stepping into being the mum I've always really wanted to be. And I've always thought that for me to be a good mum, I have to do it when they're being like at their worst, right? I can't have 2 little angels that always do what I want when I want, and you know. And I have to say, people, it's lasted, it's held, it's incredible. I love it, and I just want to give you that little update, really. So would love to hear any of your stories about the breakthrough. So if anyone is watching this and they don't know what I'm talking about, it is called the Higher Self Unblocking Tool, and it can be found. The most easy way to find it is by going to the YouTube channel, Galactic Light Center, and going back to, was it last Wednesday?
Yeah,
I think it was, last Wednesday. It's just over a week ago now. And I am sitting there, and it's a 5D journey, I think, live stream, and it's just me, and I'm in a grey hoodie, and the spotlights are a bit annoying. I do apologize for that. I didn't see that on the actual video as I was recording it. And
okay, sounds okay.
Thanks, John.
Thanks, John. We can't do anything about the lag. We're in another dimension.
Yeah, we're coming from the 5th dimension. So
well, we're trying to come from the 5th dimension, basically. Love you, John.
Yes, so basically, and it describes the 4-part process that is what you need to do to unblock your higher self. So basically what happens is the ego provides a dysfunctional behavior or belief or both, and it gets in the way a little bit. And to get rid of it, so your higher self can embody throughout, you have to do a 4-step process. And the steps are: number 1, identify the unwanted part, give it a name. It's the frustrated part, or the jealous part, or the bitchy part or whatever it is, right? Give it a part. Don't worry if you struggle to identify the part. If you start the process, you will be led to the proper part. You'll just talk, and even if you journal or talk to a recording, imagine you're going to record this and send this to me or someone else or anyone describing this whole process. In just talking, you'll just start to talk and you'll realize, you'll mention, and a part of me feels this, and you go, oh, that's the actual real part that's involved. It is like all the unwanted parts hold hands, so they can often be like gang up together, group up together. Don't worry if you don't understand what the part is to start off with, but do your best, get as close as you can, and you'll find if you explore it a bit, you will find to get to the unwanted part that's really holding that key to unlock this door. So find the unwanted part. Number 2, listen to what it has to say. It might need to say, I need you to come up with a better plan, because right now the strategy you're running is not cool. It needs some adjustment. Or it might be, I'm afraid X is going to happen, so I'm putting in this behavior to prevent that happening. Whatever it is, you might need to just give that part a hug. You might need to just hear what it has to say. You might need to pair it and find out what it needs to achieve and say, but how can we do it in a positive way, you know? So you might need to pair it with another part, a positive part, something like wisdom, always wisdom. It's always going to be a wise sort of part, or often a part that trusts yourself. These sorts of things, but just listen to it, make sure you've heard it out completely. Don't try and argue with it too much. Think of it as a 6-year-old child, and it needs nurturing, it needs loving to heal it, okay? Then you will, so applying the wisdom is step 3, and then step 4 is make the deal. It says, right, okay, I promise you, part, that if you stop doing this, or if you decide to work with this positive part, I will, whatever it is. Yeah.
It doesn't have to be that hard though, because for how I found with myself, was it that when I was doing too much, for giving too much away, and I became aware of it, then it automatically, every time I'm doing it, it was so subconscious before that I was so, it's weird. It's like activated. Do you know what I mean? It's crazy.
That's what I said about having the personality transplant. It's like this new automatic behaviour.
Absolutely.
Like, oh my God, this is incredible.
It's like, where's it come from?
Yeah.
It's crazy. No, I get that. I just want to say, Mama B said, yes, and pairing it with something else has helped me, which is exactly what you're saying. Putting something nice in, like love, really works.
Awesome. Well done, you. So yes, that is it. And people are having, thank you. People are having incredible breakthroughs with this technique. And what you might find is, if you're having these breakthroughs, new issues will come up, because your soul is basically saying, you're in an amazing place right now to do this work, to do this healing. You've got the tools, the techniques, the timing's right, you can do it, let's go. And it will start dishing out, you know, the issues, big ones, little ones, whatever. I personally go with the big issues first, and then the little ones as they come. But, you know, you just do whatever you need to do. Yeah. And if you need to reach out, you can buzz me on Telegram at 5, and the number 5, spelt 5, sorry, not the numeral. 5djourney.org, or you can
write it here.
Yeah, that's on the old, Galactic Love, send you on Telegram as well. And I will reply. Do give me a day or two, because how do I say this positively? I'm a bit busy.
You have a life.
But I want to get back to you and nag me, actually, if you're like, oi, you haven't replied. Yeah. Give me a little, that's fine.
So I feel it's really important that we talk a little bit about empowering ourselves.
Oh, yes.
So right now we've had a lot of changes with our son. We're having a lot of new codes hit our systems. We've got a lot of Lyran upgrades and a lot of solar plexus upgrades. And it is time that we, the people, don't get walked over anymore. Oh, she's so close to me. She's like, right. She's like, yeah. I'm not used to this much contact, to be honest. She's using me in a camera. So a lot of the stuff that we've been doing here today has been about standing up to fraudulent organizations. You know, so much of the time we agree to stuff, yet listen to her read her lips. We we say it's okay, we make excuses for, you know, we pay so much money and then we never receive what we should in return. These organizations are earning billions and we on the other end have got like nothing, and we make excuses and we say it's fine, and they kind of bully us, and they kind of like, you know, we have these ridiculous contracts and it's so one-sided. And I feel, to bring in Nasara Jasara, it is time to stand up and say, we have had enough. It is not good enough for you guys to treat us in a certain way. We deserve, you know, equal respect. It's about the services that we pay for being actually what they say they are. Yeah, you got anything to say?
Oh yeah, the word beneficiary springs to mind. So I'm taking a deep dive into the CVQ stuff. If you've heard of it, you'll know exactly what I'm on about. If you haven't, you will, right? Went to write, and I'm diving in deep to that, which is incredible. And the way, if anyone says, oh no, that's not true, well, the legislation.co.uk website has got it on there, so it is. Yeah. And that is a possibly inaccurate web address, but it's a government website. And basically it's the flip again. We have been, but I see this as a massive gift from God, because if you start to dig into this, you'll realize that you have an awful lot of money sitting in a fund that you are able to use in a certain way. In a certain way. And the magic word is, you're the beneficiary. You're not the trustee. Yeah, everyone else is that. You're the beneficiary. You start signing that on letters, you start getting a lot of clout. There's a lot more to it than that. I'm not belittling it, but just that was a rather golden nugget I received from somebody in this whole movement. Sign your name, get to learn what an autograph is, not a signature, and start signing your autograph with beneficiary at the end.
Absolutely. And I feel it gets to a point where we have to take accountability to how far we let it go. Like, we were the ones who allowed them to, you know, feed this narrative of, okay, you're going to have this contract and this bill and this, and you're not going to have any money, but the big guys at the other end are going to have billions. Like, how is it okay? Like, for example, in the UK, the electric prices are so bad that so many families this winter haven't had heating on. They have, the food prices are through the roof. Yet Shell, I am going to call them out, they have made £32 billion. Is that all? That's what I saw, the Katie Hopkins video. No, that's brilliant. Love you, by the way. It's just disgusting, and it is about understanding that the meek will inherit the earth, and it doesn't happen by us waiting. You know, no one outside is going to come in and change the system. It is us who has to, for example, what Nick's doing, to say, no, like, no, this isn't right. I'm not just going to let you bully me or say this, because it's not fair. It's not right. And we are the ones we've been waiting for. So the tests are coming in a bit like this. You may be guided. Hold on one second. Yeah, you may be guided to do things that you don't feel comfortable doing, but the rewards you will receive from God for leaving the system, for saying, I know I'm going to be supported for doing this, are massive. If you can just do something which you wouldn't normally do, the effect you have on dissolving the matrix, with bringing down the system, with bringing in Nasara Jasara, she agrees, is absolutely.
I've got bonus year energy in me, so okay.
Nick has so much fire. She's really good at this stuff, and I am a lot more air. I'm more flowy in information, so I'm not into like arguing. And I feel, for us light workers, yes, it is infuriating. Yeah, it's so sad. We agree, and we know that, you know, there's the White House, and they're doing an amazing job, but it isn't just about the external. It is about us going, what can we do? What can we say no to? Like, you know, we are supported.
I'm going to add a really quick thing. So the essence is, if somebody's coming after you for money, they have to prove it. So everything is either criminal law or contract law. So you can go, Of course, Mr. Electricity Company or Mr. Council Tax or
we're not
Mrs.
lagging anymore. Go on, Karen.
Great HMRC or whatever, right? I'll pay you whatever I owe you. Prove it. And it has to be a contract with 2 or more wet signatures. I'll give it to you. Which means that, you can't find it. What's shame? Can't pay your bill then, can I?
Exactly.
And this is me staying on. It's really, really important that we don't stick our head in a sand pit and ignore it. So it's called conditional acceptance. I'm giving you the golden nuggets. I'm skimming off without 50,000 hours of research. But sorry,
she's going to talk about this more.
What I'm planning to do is be the guinea pig for myself and find out, because a lot of this stuff is in the over the pond, if you know what I mean. And so it's maybe getting different forms and processes and sending it to different people that's different to our English speaking brothers and sisters. But then when I do, I'm gonna let everyone else know how to do it, and I would be able to say it because I've done it. So
absolutely. And the amazing thing is, like, once, you know, 1 or 2 of us do these things, it becomes so easy because you just share it. There's so many platforms that we can share these things on, you know, then it becomes normal. It doesn't become scary. It's like, I stopped doing that and what's going to happen to me? It's like, well, they did it. I can easily do it. It's a ripple effect and it's so powerful, and it's what they don't want us to do. And that is why you find that one thing that you can say no to, and know that God is going to support you. Yeah. Your angels are going to support you. Nick, she could lose a house. She shouldn't.
I had this massive need to do a card pull, and I did, and I said, if this is going to go well for me, I need to see loads of ones. So quite into the angel numbers, I need to see loads of ones. And in the middle of this card reading, which from the get-go, this woman was talking, and I was like, I know this is about what I need advice on, what I want support on. And in the middle of it, she said 1111. Yeah. And ever since, I've been seeing like multiple of ones, 4 and 5 ones together. And it's been insane. So,
and another thing, right, that you like so much along this journey, you've said to me, I like how you look at me and I look at you. I'm like, you've been so heavily guided, haven't you? Yeah. Like, you've almost been not told to do it, but you knew in your heart that you had to do it. Like, there was no way that the energy wasn't going to flow to you pushing this end, because like, it's just the whole transforming the energy of what has happened. Like, Nick going down this avenue, because she is conscious and she's a light worker, she's taking on like the system. This is how we usher in Nasara Jasara, you know. Her guides are there going, go for it. I've been like, pull cards, Nick, and you know, she's getting the most positive cards in the deck. Her guides are fully supporting her, and the biggest, boldest moves are so supported by the universe, because it's like, you are really saying, I have no fear. Like, what is there to fear? Like, how you said, you know, it gets to certain points, I just go, fine, I sort it out.
This is amazing. This is an amazing quote. It's a bit dramatic, but it was great. And I think it feel like it's very emotive, and it said something like, I'd rather die on my feet than serve on my knees, or something like that. Absolutely. Or be a slave on my knees, something like that. And I was like, anyway, so I don't want to get in trouble too much.
I'm going to read a channeling. So just before we came on, I got a bit of an earache, the right ear. So the GFL.
Talking to you for 2 days.
We do talk a lot, but it is 2 ways. So we have angel chips in our physical bodies, and these are good chips. These aren't chips from the cabal, however you want to say it. And one of the ones for the GOFL is in your right ear. If you want to get your angel chips activated, you can get them done through 5D full disclosure. Well, that just came up, so you guys are meant to know that. So, and I received channeling just before that. Like, they gave me a bit of earache. Normally they would like turn my music off.
What most men say. You get me right.
Normally they would, like, when I'm driving, they like cut the music out and they're like, oh, now. I'm like, now. They're like, no. Anyway, so they were like, we've got something for you. So I'm going to read it. My writing's a bit of a mess, so bear with. Hopefully I can actually read it. So it's very synchronistic from what me and Nick have been saying. It says, hello, greetings. This is a message from the Lyrans. We are working closely with you at the moment, and we need you to be brave, to be in your hearts in these moments and stand up for love. You are the ones that will bring in Nasara Jasara. It is time for you to stand up to the illegal corporations. What do you fear when love and God is behind you 100% of the way? We are receiving mass solar upgrades from the real true sun, which is now in your skies. Divine courage and divine strength is activating, and you may find yourself facing trust tests to remove any fear. God is fully in charge. Love wins. The more you trust, the bigger the rewards. Choose the highest timeline. We love you. GOFL, the Lyrans.
Nice.
There we go, hey? So yeah. What can you do to bust out that comfort zone? Should we talk about comfort zone a little bit?
Life begins at the end of it.
Yes, absolutely.
Growth. I want to talk about vulnerability because there's an amazing thing that Jen and I were basically just talking about how we're really happy to own our dysfunction and ego programs because we know that we're going to get the gift. As soon as we find out what the dysfunction is, we're going to get the gift, we're going to get the sinks. It's going to be quite glorious, actually. And we are so now used to applying this. In fact, it's not putting your 5D glasses on, it's taking your 3D glasses off. So it's just like going to the cinema. You put on your 3D glasses and everything looks a bit strange. Is that right? I've not worn 3D glasses for some time.
No, nor me.
You put them on and then everything looks a bit strange. Or, hubby, you put 3D glasses on and everything goes a bit strange? Or is it just when you're looking at the TV screen or the cinema screen? Anyway, whatever. Right, whatever.
Paul's always had 5D glasses on. What are you talking about? He's an exemplary human being. You've been miles ahead of us the whole time.
No, I know it. I hear it all the time. So, what is really, I think, important to emphasize today is the thing you're most scared about, the thing you're most fearful of approaching, broaching, scratching the surface to see what festering wound comes out. Please don't, because the worst bit is deciding to go for it. That's the most painful bit. The other bit is kind of a mixture of curiosity and trying to understand something, and that's actually better than building up the courage to go for it in the beginning, because there's curiosity and understanding about you and your life, and you feel intuitively that there's something gold in this for you. You just gotta literally, it's like, you're at the stream and you're scratching away trying to find it, and then when it hits you, it's like a gold bomb, isn't it? It's
absolutely
amazing.
It's better than anything. I really feel this does sink in so much with what we're talking about, in that if you are scared of those parts of yourself, that is fear. That is fearful of love. That is fearful of trusting in God. Like, if you can honestly look at those bits of yourself, you are, you haven't got any illusionary ego thought that is in the lower is fear, is false evidence appearing real. Any thought that isn't in the present moment that you are spinning out from isn't trusting in God. It's not trusting in yourself, is it? It's not trust. You're beating yourself out. You're out of divinity. You're out of the present moment.
It's very much like, if you can have a look at the circumstances and go, this was perfect. How do I need to adjust my perspective for us to see that? Then all of a sudden you'll see that nothing went wrong. Absolutely. Nothing was bad. It was just your understanding at the time. Now, whenever I say things like this, I am aware of people who can go, yeah, but I was molested, or I was this or that, the worst sorts of things.
Yeah.
But let me give it to you from this perspective. If you're still here today, it means you survived it. And if you are still here today and you survived it, it means you can heal from it. And if you can heal from it, so can others. So maybe if you add them all up, maybe you are the one that can help heal others.
Absolutely.
And experience this beautiful thing called love, connection, joy, and overcoming such pain and fear and suffering that really reveals the truth of the human spirit and the human capacity and the human heart and what love can do, you know? And that is a trip that is priceless. What you can gain from this, there's a key, or there's a wisdom or a key concept that I haven't added yet. I keep meaning to and I keep forgetting to, so. Which is, it's not over yet. You might be at this point of your life where you're still not making sense of it, but maybe it's not quite over yet. Yes, okay, maybe the trauma has finished and you're still in this processing, dormant, letting time pass, letting time soften you, receiving new understandings to help you process that.
Yeah.
When you say, I have had pain, you need to learn to say, so I can cause healing, either in myself or in others. And then when you go, okay, if one person suffers, but 10,000 are healed from that suffering, you start to then kind of go, wow, that's pretty special. That's pretty amazing. And you start to realize that your perspective just needs to change a little bit, or you do the flip. And if you think you've gained, if you think you've lost, you've actually got a whole load to gain, and then some. You spread it out to other people. So it's very much about, please don't be afraid, have faith, because if you can trust in God and you can trust in the plan, you know you can trust in yourself, because you were made perfect as you are. You are a piece of the puzzle. There are no two pieces of the puzzle that are the same. They're all unique. They're all individual. They all come together, fit together, connect to build a bigger picture, and one that is a beautiful sight to behold. So you're perfect as you are. You're not broken. You just need to get your perspective straight. It's got a few kinks in it right now. And when that perspective straightens, that gold can just come flying to you. So don't be afraid. Your vulnerability is your biggest power, it's your biggest change. Yes. And you might like it.
This time last year, the Easter, there's a week leading up to Easter, and the energy can be a little bit volatile. It's called God's Double Ascension Week. We're not going to go for that. You did know that. And me and Nick last year had a little bit we had some trying times. In the 3D, it would definitely be seen as bad. If I had not gone through those moments, I would have not understood that I needed to purge fear. I needed to almost do you know what I'm saying? Like, I needed it to leave my system to know that God fully had me the whole time. Like, all of it was illusionary. Nothing ever came of it. Like, nothing ever bad happened at all, did it? Mm-hmm. It was just so much spinning. And without that time, I would never have the level of trust in the divine plan, in anyone's mission, knowing the level of, it's nothing serious, guys. Even my ego's blowing it out right now, but with a divine mission comes divine protection. And if you are, it's not calm, but it kind of is, that if you're giving love, if you're doing the right thing, you're going to be rewarded. Bad things aren't happening to you because you're a bad person. It is always a higher reason, embodying divine wisdom and divine strength. These are they're amazing to have. They've beaten it out of us. We're all kind of, the snowflake effect, that you can't say anything to everyone because everyone's offended all the time. I'm not gonna lie, I take full accountability. I'm always taking it personal. Cancel culture that I just still do sometimes. Anyway, I'm carrying on. I'm on a roll.
Sorry.
And we have cancel culture that everyone is too sensitive to. They're like, oh no, we have to take that out. And I think divinity is sometimes the flip of what we think it is. It is kindness and love, but it is divine courage and divine strength, and having our own voices and being able to stand up and say, no, that is not right. That is not what we want. We are not going to be dumbed down by our food, by our water, by the chemicals. We are rising, and with that comes the dragon energies. It comes the lion energies. Yeah, it comes the no more suffering for the people, and we're not scared of anything anymore. What are you going to do?
It's like this, the course of life flows through your veins and tongue twister. And I like to sort of see it like this. So you can always see things from a 5D perspective. If you want a quick way out, always see things from a 5D perspective, which is basically love is all there is. It's just serving you in a way. It has to give you the delusion so you can have the full experience. You have to have a destination, and you have to have an arrival point. If they're all mixed up, it's not really quite an experience. So we're here for the experience. This confusion and dysfunction that the ego gives us is a beautiful opportunity for conscious creation of who you are, of realizing your power, realizing your magnificence, of realizing and discovering all these incredible aspects that give you life, especially at life at the moment. I mean, hello, we are in the most exciting times ever, and we're the awake ones. How lucky are we? You know, there's such a small, probably not such a small percentage now, but you get my meaning. So
yeah,
don't ever look at anything and go, oh, favorite number.
Can I touch on something now, which I think is really empowering, which I wanted to talk about yesterday, which I kind of forgotten. So moving into Pluto in Aquarius, which is on the 23rd, the internet, you already think social media is big, it's gonna be massive for the next 20 years. And, you know, so much of awakening is about leaving the system, isn't it? It's about like finding a job that makes you happy, so you're not exhausted, you're not doing something that lowers your vibration, you're doing something that brings you high states of joy. That's probably your mission. And I feel we've been discussing it here for about a day, and there is so many opportunities now of ways to make money without having to do a 9-to-5 job that is gonna kill you and take you away from your divinity. You become a slave to the system. Like, you can start a YouTube channel and make so much money, like, and you can do something else in the meantime, setting up what you really want to do. Like, there is so many different avenues to go. It is not now like, you know, in the old days, it was like, get a 9-to-5 and it'll be fine. But no, there's so many opportunities. And as soon as you choose to, you know, take that leap and be like, I want to be out of here, I want to be happy, like every day I want to get up and go, oh my God, what am I going to do? And the universe will be like, send this person that money. There, we are going to, she's done it. She's there. And it will be like, we fully want to support this person. They are, you know, in service. And we talk
line and it flows.
Exactly.
It's about like taking your 3D existence, be that you're still in a job, and flipping it to a 5D existence. So you did that with your work, didn't you? You kind of didn't really want to do it for sort of like 3D clients, but when you had 5D clients turning up with 5D projects, all of a sudden it was a completely different ballgame. It was like, hang on a minute now, it's getting really interesting. So same sort of thing. It's like, if you really want them to make the shift, but you feel a bit constrained as to how to do that, just start to look and say, how can you serve with love? How can you make better changes? How can you, you know, implement, you know, how can you, some people, it might be like, well, I'm going to give up my city job and go and move to Cornwall and be a carpenter. Do it. Look at me, I'm like, throw in the towel, Absolutely. Go for love, follow your heart.
But it wasn't until someone said to me, this is why I find it really important to say this, it wasn't until someone said to me, if you leave that job that you hate, you will be supported. And I started doing things that I love. You know, I'm fully supported in what I do now. I don't know how, but I managed to do it. And yeah, I also feel it's really important to, like, when you're doing the thing that you're meant to do, that your soul is aligned to, it's going to be the best thing you've ever done. You're going to be so good at it, and it's going to be the easiest thing. You're going to be like, I'm never tired, I'm energized from this, I want to do it all the time. It is making me so happy, and it is going to stand out like a sore thumb, and you are going to shine so brightly because you're authentic, you're so different. It's going to be so original to you. Like when Nikki is doing her work and she is one-on-one with someone, the divinity, I've never seen anyone else do that. It's incredible, and she loves it. She's like, let's do it. And it's just so obvious, and love is so simple. So if you're not happy, if it's not energizing you, if it's not in flow, it's not a bad thing. The energy is like, you're on the wrong timeline, just we're going to get you there. Angels are going to, they want you to heal, but they want to get you to the place where you are in service, you are helping your community, you're building
You're supposed to love, do what you love, because
you're joyful.
You'll be better at it, and you'll get more attraction. You'll attract more abundance because you're giving off a love frequency, whereas you weren't before. You were giving off a survival frequency, coping frequency, and you will attract, if you have a bit of faith. Have a bit of faith. Might get a little bit, a little bit close to the wire at times, but it's a brilliant opportunity for you to practice your manifesting. Practice it before you give in the job, but I'm assuming everyone's going to pack in their job and go and do like creative projects and stuff. But
absolutely,
even just like I was thinking about this the other day. This is incredible. So let's say in 5D, when the Sahara kicks in and like everyone's got abundance, everyone's gonna be like, well, I don't need to go to work anymore. But
that's not 5D because it's being in service. You have to be like, I want to contribute,
So people will be like, right, so let's take our dustbin men. So what I'm really looking forward to is when you have the jobs that everyone takes for granted, the people that, maybe are not considered the ones that have jobs that are very sought after, shall we say, but they're happy in these jobs, they provide an incredible service. Now, let's say this is a hypothetical. Do I need to say that? This is a hypothetical thing.
Yeah.
Don't do this, people. But let's say all the dustbin men went, don't need to go to work anymore, don't need the money.
Do you think that because we're going to be, it's like with the food, how we were discussing how food will appear, will it be that the rubbish is taken because maybe it is a lower energetic job that it's created by the cabal, maybe, but maybe like, I'm not gonna lie, the only person I know who would say, I think it's an amazing job, but I think a lot of people wouldn't be like,
my dustman. I love you, dustman.
To be a dust, you know what I'm
saying?
No,
what I'm saying is, right, there are jobs out there that are, there's no stress involved. You know what you're going to do. You're hanging out with the boys or the girls,
It's true.
You have a lot of camaraderie, and you're doing something that when people don't have their rubbish removed, it's like people start to get stressed really soon. So then the dustmen turn up again and go, all right, I'll do my job again. And all of a sudden, thank you so much. And then you start to go, footballer that gets paid how much? Dustman that gets paid how much? And like the level of appreciation of these jobs and the level of worship a footballer might get, so the level of worship your dustman might get. And you start to, these jobs that were maybe considered lower are going to start to raise up in respect and admiration and appreciation. I love that. I get that.
I'm just saying, I don't know if it's the linear of we need like some, maybe it's because it's heaven. It's like, do you know what I'm saying?
I think there will be tech
in heaven, but they have set bin men.
So we are bridging heaven.
I love bin men. I love getting Christmas. Intel, do you have bin men up there?
I said no. I agree. I think there's going to be tech, and for example, food containers that will become like instantly biodegradable, or I don't know, whatever, or
bye, John.
Incineration. Love you, John. It's going to be the tech, but for now, in the interim, in the changeover period, thank you. Love you too. Then it's going to be like what I'm really looking forward to is having people, like for example, cleaners, right? Somebody who's cleaning your house. Now I know I'm sure every woman who's got a cleaner, or any man or any person who's got somebody who helps with the domestic cleaning, I think they love them anyway. But it's again one of those jobs that you wouldn't jump to. And if you said, what's the most valuable job out there, or what's the job you really appreciate out there, maybe a cleaner wouldn't be the first one you might say. But imagine when none of those cleaners have to work anymore because they don't need the money. You're going to be like, oh my God, I need a cleaner. And let's say somebody turns up, you put an advert out, whatever, somebody turns up to do your cleaning. You're going to be so grateful for that. They're going to feel so appreciated. I love that idea.
No, I do get it. I just think that what it will be, I know it's the transition, but I think when it's here, it's going to be so different. It's in the instant manifesting.
This is a really cool thing to talk about, actually, because this is like the perspective thing again. So 5D is a perspective. Now, personally, I channel when I'm doing the menial jobs.
I feel this is how it will be. In the 5D, if you want your house clean, you do it by the power of your mind. You literally do. You say, because think about how strongly we can manifest now. And we are powerful, like we just do the energetics. You will just like visualize it and you set the intent, and it will be clean.
Yeah, I feel like I'm talking like way before then. I'm talking like this time next year, maybe.
Yeah, no, for sure. I do.
But I'm 100% on board with that.
Yeah.
It will be a complete manifestation.
Exactly. Manifestation station.
I mean, it is a manifestation now. It's just like a delayed one with slow-mo and not time lapses. What's the opposite of time lapse?
I think.
Hold on. The tech guru's coming through.
I'm gonna try and clean my house by the camera mind. I'm not kidding.
Love it.
I'm gonna be like, I'm so grateful my house is clean and see if it looks different.
There's a book. What's the book called? People, what's the book called where the guy meets another guy and he's got the amazing shiny plane and it's perfect and it's got a full tank of fuel and stuff because he manifests it. I can't remember what the book's called. Famous spiritual book. Anyway,
I just want to call YouTube out. Apparently we've got 3 people watching but 6 likes. So I'm not sure if the figures are adding up, just to let you know. Thank you, it's been clocked. We'll continue now.
Where are we going? 5G, yeah, cool, love it, happy, everyone. Yeah, so basically what I'm saying is I have this real appreciation for this, what you would call menial work where you don't have to really think about it. You're washing the dishes or you're folding the laundry or you're sweeping the floor or you're scrubbing the floor, but it allows you to go into that sort of like, is it the beta meter?
Like when you drive, I drove here, and for most of it I didn't even know.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I was like, how did I drive 4 hours?
So basically, it's really cool to be doing jobs like that allow you to slip into this almost like awake meditative state where you can really channel. So
Mama B says, I can't wait, let's do it together, Mama B, you try it out and I'll try it out. I will say, I am so great, like I'm going to set my intent that when I get home at my house, I'm so grateful that my house is clean and tidy and it feels really in order. Stop it.
And he's bare chested with all the dicky bows on,
like banging on his chair like a gorilla. I'm just going to go for the clean part because actually I quite like my own company. I'll be quite disappointed. I'll be like, oh, just driven, I need to relax.
Chin's watching this, Laura's not going to go down well.
Hey, my name's Jenny. I'll
give you a number, put your number in the
description.
description.
My friend Nikki. You're going to have to really get on with her if you don't.
Yeah.
The hair flick for him, not the best one. It's like a comedy.
Right.
It's me, by the way, not her. She was a model, but
love it. Right, have we filled up these people's Sunday nights with enough?
There's only 3 watching, apparently, but we've got 7 likes.
Oh, great. Like, must be doing something right.
Maybe they're in the etheric and they're like,
that's all our angels. 3 yours, 4 of mine.
Oh, it's so good doing it together. Maybe I'll just drive every week.
Move here. Anyway, right. Yeah.
Paul, do you want to say hi? Oh, did you hear that? It's on Zoom.
Guys, if you would like to have a little guest spot interview with somebody who's normal,
It's not
you know what I mean? As in, like, I've been the wacky woo-woo one, and he's married to the wacky woo-woo one. I wasn't quite this wacky and woo-woo when he married me. So it's like, now what? Now what does he think? So I think personally people would love to have this kind of interview.
Head down.
You can even ask the questions. How about that? I'm setting this up for you, babe.
He's so desperate to get on camera. We've had to literally hold him back. It's unbelievable. He wants to beat us off the camera.
Yeah. So if you would like to have an interview like that, if you have any requests, clean ones, right?
Wrong.
Clean ones. You're filthy Nigerian. I think we better go before we get ourselves in trouble.
This isn't, what's that app where you can make money?
Only.
Yeah, it was not OnlyFans, by the way. We're not built for that.
I don't even know what that is. I'm so naive.
It's not 5D.
I'm a naive 45-year-old 11 me. No, I'm not. I am.
Right, we love you. It's
We're
going
going
to the lower. It's a bit worrying. We're going to transform. Sorry.
See you next time, Pete.
We love you. I'm going to send you some love.
I've got a little rainbow thingy on my thing.
Oh,
Rainbow, sending you love.
Paul's sending you one as well. He's going to miss you. Bye. Peace. Love you.
Right, look, I could be an alien.
Oh my God. We in the stream. Love you.
I love you. Bye.
Love you. Bye.